Welcome again, dear student. Today we'll go for two aspects and two important properties in that machine design. First one is fatigue and another one is creep. So the concept of fatigue is related with the particular cyclic stresses. So if you just look at a particular component, in that component, if it is a rotating component, just like a symbol, we can say the ream of a cycle, or we can say a axle of a particular your bike axle, your any vehicle axle, which is rotating. Again, this rotating member is subjected to vertical point load or vertical uniformly distributed load. In such cases, our simple concept of tensile stress or compressive stress or shear stress doesn't work. Why? Because the particular material is rotating as well as there is a load, and because of that every time that stress is going to change. Particular standard specimen which is shown in the figure. In that standard specimen, here you can say there is a just let me take my particular pen here. Now, for example, the standard specimen is having two supports. One support is here and another support is here. And the standard specimen is a rotating member. So this is a rotating member. Okay. Rotating member means that particular material is connected to some motor or something like that. Okay. Now here at the center point there is a force F. If there is a force F, okay. Now here at particular X point or at particular Y point, you will find some reactions. Now in this particular rotating member, when the force is coming from the top side, obviously it will try to bend, and if it try to bend, then the upper side is subjected to compression and the lower side is subjected to tension. Now look at this particular figure which is at the here. Now in this particular figure, if you just start from 0, you will find that it is a curve between stress, tension stress, compression stress and time. Now in this figure, as it is rotating, if you take any point on this particular specimen, it is subjected to tension, maximum tension, again it get reversed to compression, again it reverses to tension. That is, as it is a rotating part, every time it is going to bend. Because of the bending, whatever top point of that particular which comes directly below the load, it get compressed, and which is exactly at the bottom side of that particular shaft, it gets stressed. So tension compression is going on. So that's why this particular curve is sinusoidal curve. Now if such condition occurs, it is called completely reverse. Completely reverse means here the force is applying at exactly at a point, and it is rotating. That's why there is a completely tension, again there is a completely compression type of stresses. So in such condition, or there may be condition like this, so it is called as repeated stress. Repeated stress means if you just take one particular component and if I bend that, so because of the bending, so this is a cantilever, and if I bend that, So bending means at the upper portion there is a tension, at the lower portion there is a compression. If I bend that, okay. So in that there is a particular uh, repeated stress. There is a bending means there is a obviously there is a repeated zero maximum. Such type of stress is repeated stress. I'm not going to put it up. So if this is, then there is a change in the sign. But if I take at the bottom side only, so this is a repeated stress. So when in this condition, you can see here in this repeated stress, you will find that stress is again having the same type of compression or tension type of nature. And fluctuating. Fluctuating means I am taking this down and some part up. Again, if I take up, full up and some part down. So this is fluctuating. Fluctuating type of stresses you may observe when we travel in the buses. So number of times there is a fluctuating type of repeated stresses. So all these are the different stresses. If such type of loading is there, then obviously that particular component may not reach for the failure for yielding or ultimate. It will not go up to the yield point or the ultimate point. It will fail very earlier. So such type of failure is called as a fatigue failure. So if you just take a definition, when a material is subjected to repeated stress, it failed at stress below the yield point stress. Such type of failure of material is called as fatigue. So as we have discussed here, the material the material is failed below yield point. If you just remember that particular stress strain diagram, in the stress strain diagram, after our elastic point there is yielding start and there is yield point. So before that only the material is get failed. So why it happens? Only because of it is rotating and there is a repeated type of stress. There is a change in the tension compression. So it is a change in the stress. So that's why it fail earlier. So that is called as a fatigue. The definition is asked for 2 marks. Now look at this particular figure. If you just remember in your simple, uh, if you want to fail a wire, if you take a simple wire and if you want to break that, what you can do, if you just take this wire, and if that particular wire want to cut, so generally we put like this. So this is the repeated stress. You can see here, this is the repeated stress, but it will not cut at a particular in single turn. If you go on this number of cycles, so this is one cycle, again this is second cycle, this is third cycle. After some time you may observe there is a cracks. Okay, there is a crack on that particular material. If again and again that particular cycles are going on, then after some time that cracks get propagate, and that propagation of cracks, they are going to increase, and after a few number of cycles that particular material is get fail. So that means, so this is the condition of repeated stress. Now just look at this particular figure. In this particular figure, stress versus number of cycles. The stress goes on decreasing. The capacity of the materials goes on decreasing as the number of cycle goes on increasing. So that is the concept of fatigue. In the fatigue, the initial strength of the material is goes on decreasing as number of cycles that are going to increase. So there is this curve again get flattened. It get almost constant after some period of cycles. So that means if I want there should not be any fatigue failure, you must control that particular stress value up to this only. So after that you will find that there is no any failure. So allowable, the safe stress, if there is a rotating part, or if it is a fluctuating part, or it may be a particular repeated part, in all these cases you should not wait for yield point to reach. So before that you must consider this particular point. So here you will find one more type of stress. So that stress or that strength is called as endurance strength, and this particular graph is called stress versus number of cycles. So stress versus number of cycle, it is the particular graph which shows that the value of stress after number of cycle reaches to a certain limit, and below that it will not go. So that is the particular safe value of stress that can be sustained, that can be safely carried away by the material which is subjected to repeated stress. And the endurance strength that can be defined like this. It is defined as maximum value of completely reverse bending stress which is a polished specimen can withstand without failure for finite number of cycles. So that means this is the particular strength which we must consider if that particular body is subjected to repeated stress. And in our day-to-day life, you will find that there are number of such components which are available, which are subjected to repeated type of or fluctuating type of or a particular reverse type of stresses. So in such all the machine component, we should not wait for yield stress to reach, or we should not consider a limiting value or the safe value or the working stress or the induced stress capacity as a yield strength or ultimate strength. We must consider endurance strength as the maximum value. Okay, so this is one concept of fatigue and endurance strength. It can be asked for 4 marks. Okay, let us go further. Now there is one more concept which is called as a creep. In our machine design, when the particular component is subjected to axial stress, it is going to elongate. But that elongate is permanent if there is a change in the temperature also, and if it is for more number of time. So that is the concept of creep. What is creep? So creep is nothing but it is the permanent deformation of the particular machine component which is loaded, which is subjected to loading as well as there is a high temperature. So that means if you just look at this definition, when a part is subjected to constant state at high temperature for long period of time, it will undergo slow and permanent deformation which is called as a creep. So just like fatigue, there is a creep concept also. Creep means here if your body is subjected to stress, if it is having loading and the temperature is also high. In normal cases, it will not work because if temperature is normal, it is a simple tensile stress. If the temperature is high, then it will undergo slow and permanent deformation. So that type of permanent deformation or that property is called as a creep. So if you just look at here, as it is a deformation, so strain is important. So strain versus time graph is there. If you just look at this particular strain versus time graph, you will find that initially there is a primary creep, after that there is a secondary creep, and after that there is a tertiary creep. In the primary creep, the strain and time that are very fast, or strain increases very fast as compared to time in initial phase. After that it is get stabilized in the secondary creep. So strain is slowly increased as with reference to time, and after that when it is near to the rupture, then there is a again sudden increase in the strain with reference to time. So that is the tertiary creep, and after that there is a rupture. Okay, so there is a failure. So this is the particular creep graph and the creep definition that is also asked for 4 marks. So this completes our fatigue and creep.